Next up, I want to talk about the TypeScript Playground, which is a browser-based environment where you can get started writing TypeScript immediately without installing anything. So I'm showing it to you for two reasons. One, maybe some of you had trouble installing things. Maybe you're on a machine where you don't have permission to install software. You can go through the majority of this course using the TypeScript Playground, which I guess I should show while I'm talking. If we go to the docs, go to Playground, we see the TypeScript Playground. So that's the first reason. For some of you, you just might need it because you can't install TypeScript locally on your machine. The second reason, though, is that it's a great place to just try things out. If you're reading something on the docs and you don't want to get a project set up on your machine and create new files, you can just start typing TypeScript over here on the left. That's the TypeScript side. And then you can immediately see the compiled JavaScript. So you can, shrink this and have it go away, or you can look at it side by side, which also can be helpful. So we don't really see anything very TypeScripty over here, anything that's fancy syntax. We're not going to cover any of that right now, but what's cool is you can go to examples, and if you're trying to understand more about enums, which can be a little confusing, we'll talk about those later. Look at this crazy difference, what we see on the left side in TypeScript. Here's some more TypeScript, and then the corresponding compiled JavaScript. You can see it side by side. So this is a great just educational tool, a playground to learn more about TypeScript. So there's great examples here. I guess I should also mention a couple of other things. You can go into this tsconfig, which we're not going to touch right now. But if you happen to be using this to follow the course, if your installation locally didn't work, this is where you will change settings for TypeScript. And we have a whole section in the middle of the course. I tried to bury it because it's not the most exciting, but a whole section devoted to configuring TypeScript and all these options. So I'll cover that when we get there, but just so you know, if you are using the playground and you're trying to change settings, that's where it is. It's hidden under, well, it's not hidden, but it's under tsconfig. And then one last thing I'll mention, if you want to actually execute your code, and let's just delete everything in here and we'll put a console.log. Hello, everyone. This is just showing me the compiled JavaScript, but my code is not running. We can click run, and then we'll see the actual console.log being printed out here. And that's really all that I need to say. I guess you can export things if you want to share this with other people. You can send a link with your code. Like if you have a question about why something isn't working, you can put your code in here, share it with me in the Q&A, and we can take a look. You can also download it in VS Code. There's a lot that you can do. So that is the TypeScript Playground. I really recommend using it just to learn. Whether you have the local installation or not, it's just a great tool.